Hey folks, welcome to Unqualified, the fantasy football podcast that's been anticipating Christmas since 2017. I'm your producer, Rob Diesendorf, here with Sean Brady and Scott Johnson, two fantasy football rivals that have been sabotaging each other for years, but they decided to come together to help you win your league and have a merry, merry Christmas and a happy holiday and a happy new year and a happy Kwanzaa. A happy Festivus. And a festive Kwanzaa and a Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. How's it going, fellas?
I think the best one you said there was Festivus, easily. Festivus for the rest of us. Shout out George Costanza.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Seinfeld. Another shout out, Christmas songs do we want to talk about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been gearing up for this.
What's the deal with Christmas songs? With holiday songs?
The Christmas songs seem to be very controversial for people to talk about. I think everyone has their own that they like and dislike, and they take it very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I think my favorite Christmas song of all time... Ooh, it's hard to even say. I really like... I think if I was gonna, I think the Christmas song that puts me in the best mood is the Paul McCartney song.
Oh my God!
Simply
Wait, have you heard the
wonderful Christmas time?
Have you heard the take about that song?
I don't like that
the
one.
Take about it?
There's a take out there, floating out there that song is about a bunch of people trying to practice witchcraft, but then they get interrupted.
What?
Like, if you think about the first couple lines where they're like, "The moon is right,"
Are you serious?
and then the theory is that somebody like walks in on them and they're like, "Simply have," and then they just go like,
That's
there's
actually hilarious.
There's also a lot of manic energy going on in that song too.
Oh my God.
Which I think is like good for the season, but also is a little suspect in that framework. So interesting take on that. That's not my take. It's just it's been out there.
It doesn't feel manic to me. It feels jolly.
Okay, I mean,
and you got the nice synthesizer in the background.
Here's another take, and this is going to be. Sorry, me and my dad were talking about the song the other day. This is going to go again uncredited to whoever first said it, but there's a take out there that Paul McCartney set out to make a good Christmas song and figure out every sound that a synthesizer can make, and he achieved one of those goals in that song.
Wait, what?
So Paul McCartney set out to A, make a great Christmas song, and B, figure out every sound that a synthesizer can make, and he only achieved one of those goals with that
song. That's good. I like that.
So... needless to say, that's not my favorite, but I have a firm choice for my favorite. Has always been my favorite, will always be my favorite, and it is Christmas Time Is Here, Charlie Brown special. Nothing tops that song. It's
nice.
Oh, I was going to say, that was my second choice.
The best Christmas song.
Yes, that's a great one.
Well, I'm going to go a totally different direction than you guys.
I know where you're going. Wait, let me guess.
If you say Mariah Carey, leave this podcast.
You're definitely going there.
Think I was going to say that?
Yep.
Because you're absolutely right.
Fuck
you're 100%
you.
right. I didn't say fuck you for your stupid song, Rob.
Because Mariah Carey is different.
I don't know. Who's the original person that sang that song? Because Mariah just fucking knocked it out of the park. Never gets old.
I don't know.
It's good. It's a good song.
Oh, thanks. Well, I was looking at a list of them, and I was like, oh, that one's slow. That one sucks. Like, I don't like that one. They're all old too. I don't know.
I just feel like Mariah Carey's yelling at me to enjoy Christmas.
She's not yelling. She's singing beautifully.
I don't like her.
I don't like her. I like that song though.
You know, she's from Huntington, I think.
Yeah, she's from.
I didn't know that.
She's from. Oh my God, what is it? Harbor, whatever Hills or whatever. What is it?
Half Hollow Hills.
Harbor Fields.
No,
Harbor Fields.
Harbor Fields.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think a runner-up though.
I don't like her.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep on talking about the
I
Mariah
don't like
Carey.
her voice. Huh?
We should transition
subject.
to the worst. We should transition to the worst Christmas songs here before we go too in depth.
Yeah, maybe
Mariah
you
Carey.
guys
Let's
should
go to
just
the
say
worst.
that one. Jesus.
And I also have a dark horse, or I have some underappreciated ones too. But let's go to
You should go first.
the worst. There's a few. My least favorite, which might not actually be the worst, but it's one that I've heard. I used to work at Stop and Shop for about a year when I was in college, and the song came on every single day from like November 1st to like, I don't even know, I guess February 1st. Like, they just kept playing it. They never changed the playlist. Anyway, it was Last Christmas. The Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart song.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
That is the worst Christmas song.
You don't like that
Last
song?
Christmas, I gave you my... Yeah, okay, I know what you're
no.
I mean,
Gave you my heart.
it's objectively not the worst, but it's my least favorite because I've heard it more than any other
That's
Christmas
fair.
song.
That's fair.
Here's what I'll say. I think that song is ironically good, but literally bad.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Because I think when I like that song because I sing along to it in a joking way, and I'm like, Last Christmas. But I can't imagine the person that actually wrote that song, like what they were going through at the time.
Oh, yeah, it's dark.
A lot of weird shit.
Yeah, they were a weird person. Whoever wrote that is weird. How about you, Scott? Or you have
Least favorite?
multiple, Sean?
What did you say?
Yeah, least favorite.
That was least favorite. I was going to give a runner-up to my favorite that's up there,
Okay.
too, before I give my least favorite. Holly Jolly Christmas. Burl Ives. I don't know who that is, really, but...
Those are the best ones where you don't know who it's actually by.
Like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. I like that one. I don't know why. It just gets me. My least favorite, I think, is just because it's so slow and boring and I feel like I want to fall asleep, is Silver Bells.
Oh, yeah. Bad one. That's a bad
okay.
one.
It's not a good one. Bing Crosby, apparently. No offense to him or her.
Shit, I have so many
guy.
more good ones that I just
feel like
remembered.
that one has a nice vibe to it.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of like the slow ones. I just can't. Like, I want like a medium paced one. I don't want too fast. I'm not asking for too much.
No,
The
no,
slow
you
ones,
want
though,
the fast.
I'm not trying to go to bed.
No, you want the fast. You want that, like...
Yeah.
You remember they did the light show and it's like Christmas in Sarajevo or something where it's like... Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know what that one's called. That one's a good one.
All right. My least favorite of all time, and I feel that this is unanimous, is the Christmas pair of shoes or whatever song that is, where the guy's like singing about how he's trying to buy a pair of shoes for his mom or something.
What?
It's like a poor kid.
Oh.
Wait, how does it go?
I want to buy a pair of shoes or something.
Is that like a new
Hold on,
one?
I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's not
Never heard of
new.
that one.
It's not new. Buy.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you out here. The Christmas
pair
shoes, is it called?
of shoes.
I feel like I've never heard
Christmas
this song. Well, I have, but I didn't know. I haven't heard it in like a long time.
Buy a pair of shoes. The Christmas shoes song.
God, it
New
sounds
song.
awful.
Christmas shoes. Hold on.
It's just called Christmas shoes?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Know this.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, turn it off. Turn it off.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Here I stood in another line,
I like how we're turning this
trying
into
to
a
buy
karaoke
that
episode.
last big
Couple rapid fire takes here.
Not really in the Christmas.
Oh God! Wait, please, for the love of God.
Standing
Okay, you
right
win.
in
It's the
front
worst.
of
You win.
me.
It's the
Yeah, you
worst
win.
one.
It's up there.
Was a
Bottom
little
three.
boy waiting, pacing around. Wait. Like little boys do. And in his hands he held a pair of shoes.
It's so bad.
Were
right.
worn. Okay.
Quick takes here. How do you guys feel about the Michael Buble collection?
I
It's good.
enjoy Michael Bublé. I think he's cool.
Okay.
I feel
that's
like I
one
haven't
quick
heard it
take.
enough, though.
Yeah, same here. But I think I feel good about it.
I think I would
quick
feel
take
better
here.
about it if they play it more. I feel like they don't play that like a
So
lot.
Michael Bublé underrated. Interesting. Okay. Tell
think
that's
so.
the guy that's. I mean, Oh no, sorry.
I don't feel like he's underrated. I feel like he's wholly beloved.
True.
By 50-year-old women everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And younger, I would say also.
And me.
And yeah.
And us.
And Rob's. Okay, another quick take here. How do you feel about the Band-Aid Do They Know It's Christmas Time? Possibly the most what's the word I'm looking for? Condescending Christmas song of all time.
Do they know it's Christmas time?
You know where they
I don't know that one either.
they sang it at a benefit for the children of Africa.
Oh God,
Oh, no.
really? Band-Aid? I didn't even hear that.
Oh,
Was this
no.
recent?
No, this is like 80s right here. Bono's in there.
Yeah.
I think Michael
Okay.
Jackson's in that song.
Let's talk about like the reasons they're doing these songs are like the lyrics, because this one that sounds kind of fucked up, low key. Then the other one is Baby It's Cold Outside.
Ooh, yeah, it's problematic.
Oh, yeah. I knew we were going to bring that one up.
Yeah, I had that in my back pocket.
The Elf rendition, though.
Joyous, delightful.
True.
Here's this: if that song wasn't in Elf,
Beautiful.
would anyone have noticed? I don't even know how I'm wording that.
Would anyone
people have
care?
noticed? Yeah, exactly.
Would it have been so popular? No, I don't think so. I think that's the reason it was so popular. I mean, it still would have played it here and there, but it didn't have the gravitas. Is that how you pronounce that word, by the way?
Elf canceled that song
Gravitas.
in a good way.
It kind of did.
Elf canceled it out. That's what it did.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more hot takes? Because I have
No, go ahead.
Quick takes.
I have one dark horse, but I'll throw it out right before.
No, do it, because I'm gonna like not change the subject, but like slightly alter it. The discussion.
Christmas in Hollis, Run DMC, the most underrated Christmas song of all time. Just saying.
Is that song in Office Christmas Party? Because I think I know
think
exactly
it
what
is.
you're talking about. Yeah, I love that freaking movie, and I like that song in it too.
All right, what was your take over there?
Oh, my take. So, if you haven't listened, the hottest take by the Ringer Podcast Network, really cool podcast series or idea. It's like 7 to 8 minutes an episode. There's 3 or 4 people, and it's one person's turn. They throw out one of the hottest takes that they could think of, and then everyone debates on it. One of the episodes is about holiday songs, Christmas songs, and how there should be more other holiday songs, like Thanksgiving songs, St. Patty's Day songs. This is around Thanksgiving.
Oh, there's St. Patty's Day songs. There's some good ones out there.
Are there?
Shipping Up to Boston. Irish Celebration.
Specifically well, yeah.
Any Irish music.
Any Irish song. I guess it was more catered around Thanksgiving. Like, we needed more Thanksgiving songs.
Yeah, we could definitely use more Thanksgiving songs, I think.
Use some.
And some more good Halloween songs.
We should write one.
Halloween songs.
Well, there's
those are
the Adam
outdated.
Sandler turkey song.
I think, yeah.
I love turkey.
And Hanukkah song, too.
On a whistle. Turkey and gobble, gobble, giggle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's good.
We need more of those, though. Just throwing it out there in the ether. Someone create some songs.
Oh, we have those. We have 4th of July songs.
I guess we do. It's just not like a
Bruce
thing,
Springsteen.
you know?
Just Bruce Springsteen.
You know what?
Just Bruce.
I'm gonna write a Thanksgiving song, and it's going to take off.
Make it an ode to stuffing.
Pop off.
It's gonna pop off. Yeah, we'll post it on the Instagram when I finish it.
I mean, should we put out a question on the social about best Christmas music?
I think we should.
Today,
I think we should.
Right when you people are listening to this episode, I think we should do that. I think it's
that's a great idea.
I think we will.
All right, I'll set a reminder, and we will make that happen. And I want to hear what you guys think about those Christmas songs. Shout out to Elton John also. He's got some good Christmas songs. Underrated.
He's got some jams, man.
Oh, Benny and the Jets. I mean, come on.
Man jams.
Your song? Come on. Wait, Tiny Dancer? Oh my. Yeah, I can't stop now.
Tiny Dancer? We're going to look it up too.
Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer.
Oh! I need to know my thing with Elton John is I don't know the names of his songs. I don't know the lyrics because he is a writer, right? It's a writer. I need to know the notes.
Crocodile
Who
Rock.
is the Tiny Dancer, and how tiny are they?
Hmm.
Why does he feel the need to talk about how tiny they are?
Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Yeah, I'm gonna say like 5'3" though. Sounds about right.
Why was that a notable detail?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
They should have told us how tall he is in that song. Actually,
How tiny are you? God, tell us.
Tell us. Taco Bell game menu of the week time. Games of the week are... What are they?
Crunchwrap Supremes, the absolute apex predator of the Taco Bell menu.
Easily. 100%. First one we got, Saints at Titans. Saints are favored by -2 here. So Titans got off to a rocky start against the Texans this past week. Tannehill especially, but really turned it around after that kind of interception, 4 of 10 start. A.J. Brown looks like a beast. What do we think of the Titans in this one, in a tough NFC opponent in the Saints that just thrashed the Colts on Monday night?
Yeah, I mean, the Saints murdered the Colts, and this is a different Titans team. It's a different caliber of opponent here.
Hits different.
Oh, the fact that this is at the Titans makes this a little bit interesting for me. Oh, I don't know.
I think here, while you think about it, I think here's how the game is going to go. Derrick Henry is going to get shoved down the Saints' throats for like 15 times in the first 2 quarters, and they're going to be up by like 1 or 2 touchdowns, and then the Saints are going to have to like come back. I think the Titans might squeak out a win here. They obviously need it more than the Saints. Saints are kind of like, not that they'll be resting on their laurels, but their seeding is kind of like tied up already. The Titans are on the outside looking in. It's the only reason I'm like, I don't know, Titans are scrappy as hell. Vrabel's going to have them ready to go.
Yeah, at home, my only hang up against picking the Titans here is that if Bill O'Brien, Deshaun Watson, and DeAndre Hopkins can get this team, can get one over on the Titans, Sean Payton, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, like I think they can do the same. I don't know. My gut is telling me the Saints still win this game. I don't know. I might be dead wrong. It might just be a total energy thing in terms of the Titans being at home and Vrabel and Henry and just that culture there. But I mean, it's kind of going against the same logic that I use to pick the Bills every week. But give me the Saints this week. Give me the Saints.
So not including the Monday night game against the Colts, the Saints are 9-0 straight up against AFC teams in their past 9 games, but they're 5-4 against the spread. So kind of weird there. They're not favored by too much here. I don't know.
This is a tough game.
I think I'll take the Titans actually. Squeak out a win. Even if they lose by 1 potentially, like they still win that cover, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a good call. I just don't think I would put any money on this game because it could go anywhere.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah. Ravens at Browns. This is one I probably wouldn't either because the Browns beat the Ravens by 15 points in week 2, was it?
It's true, but this is
somehow
I would put my entire paycheck on the Ravens here because these are 2 different teams now. When they last met, these were 2 different teams. The Browns still had some shred of respectability. The Ravens had not yet quite ascended to the level they're on now.
Yeah. True.
This is a no question here. I think Baker is still a little bit injured. Odell obviously is injured, and they have the worst, maybe a top 5 worst coach in the league on the Brown side. And then on the Ravens side, you have everything going right. Mark Ingram's a stud. Lamar obviously is a stud. He's going to win the MVP. Mark Andrews is a stud. Hollywood had a good game this past week. The defense is coming on at the right time. I mean, there's no stopping this Ravens team, and the last team I would expect to do that is the Browns. There's no shot that they put a dent in this Ravens armor at this point.
100%. I think Kareem Hunt is still a good flex play. He's still getting a lot of catches out of the backfield. Chubb is fine. So I think you play almost everyone in position-wise. We playing Odell this week because the Ravens' pass defense is ball hawking, and they're actually pretty good.
Not playing Odell because he is very injured. So, no thanks.
Yep. Jarvis Landry, though, seems like he's still a play, regardless of what he does the past couple weeks. Cowboys at Eagles, next one. This is the NFC East title game, kind of, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to decide everything, but it's going to go a long way. Cowboys are favored by 2.5. I really don't know how they beat the Rams. I think they just ran a ton.
It is what
Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup combined for a total of 2 catches this past week. absolutely killer for a lot of teams.
Yes. I mean, Miles Sanders went off for the Eagles this past week. I know they played the Redskins.
Still, though.
I mean, they still won. They still dealt with adversity. They're obviously more banged up here, but oh God. Just give me the Eagles. I just don't believe in this Cowboys team. I don't really believe in the Eagles team either. They're fighting for who gets to lose to San Francisco in round 1, but I don't know. At home right now, in the link, give me the Eagles.
I don't know, man. I'm going to take the Cowboys to win by a field goal. It's just like Jekyll and Hyde. They're kind of like the Bucks and the Texans this year, the Cowboys. They're just up and down constantly. Lose to the Jets, and then they beat, I don't even know who they beat, and that's a good team. The Rams. I mean, they beat the Rams. We're jury's still out on them, too, but we'll take the Cowboys in a bounce-back week for Amari Cooper and those guys. Next one we got Packers at Vikings, another divisional matchup in the NFC. Aaron Jones is back. Devontae Adams is back, but Aaron Rodgers not having a good year.
Yeah, no.
For all intents and purposes.
And, I mean, look, he could still win you an NFL game on a weekly basis, but he can no longer win you a fantasy game on a weekly basis.
Nope.
Even with Devontae Adams back to his playmaking self, I totally agree. I would say that in the NFL sense, sans Dalvin Cook, this Vikings team is not nearly as scary, especially with Thielen still banged up. Give me the Packers all effing day here. They are truly the most... I don't know how this team doesn't get talked about more. I mean, I know they've had some shocking losses this year, but I mean, they're still going to be in the playoffs. They still have dangerous playmakers, a solid defense, and they have Aaron Rodgers, who at the end of the day can win you a game. And I think this Packers team is very underrated, and give me them to win all effing day against the Vikings.
I think because Dalvin Cook is probably going to be out and Alexander Mattison was out this past week. Team is not in flux, but I agree. I'm going to take the Packers to win by a touchdown here at the Vikings. The elements are taken out of play here because they're in a dome too, which is kind of interesting. Vikings are 16-3 straight up in their past 19 games when they've been favored by 4 or more, but they're not favored in this one.
All right.
Anyway, Doritos Locos Tacos, properly hyped but missing some clout. Panthers at Colts. Colts are favored by 6.5. They don't look like a good team at all on Monday night.
Jacoby Brissett, very hurt. Panthers starting quarterback, also very hurt. And Kyle Allen not doing it. So the Will Grier debut this week.
Finally.
I mean,
are you kidding me? How did it take this long?
I think this line is a little nutso in terms of the Colts being favored by 6.5 because Christian McCaffrey is on one side of the ball here. Give me the Panthers. Right. Give me a little bit of extra moxie with Will Grier. And I'm not saying they win this game, but this is definitely closer than a 6.5 point line right here.
This is a Christian McCaffrey insane 10-catch game. Well, I mean, they're all kind of like that. That's
20
ridiculous.
20 catch game?
Yeah, it's not off the cards. Will Grier checking it down to Christian McCaffrey every single play. Let's see. I'm not even going to name these stats because the Panthers are going to, I think, win this game. Cardinals at Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 9, but Kenyon Drake just had an awakening. 4 touchdown runs. Pretty sure he's had 10 in his career. So that's kind of cool.
The fact that this is not David Johnson does not get talked about enough.
No, I know. We just brush over it now.
Like, what is happening with
Cliff
that
Kingsbury,
guy?
man. I'm telling you.
I guess. I mean, David Johnson's not his guy, so he brought in Kenyon Drake, who is his guy, I guess. All right.
I read this article about running backs. Elsewhere. Yeah. I read this article about running backs getting paid, and it's just like not a good business decision by all accounts. You get an Austin Eckler compared to a Melvin Gordon.
Yep.
Right? They're pretty productive, both of them. Austin Eckler is like $750,000 this year in salary.
He's better, and he's straight up better right now.
And he's better. David Johnson got paid $40 million in guaranteed money. Doesn't fit in with the scheme of Cliff Kingsbury. A little slower, always hurt. Don't pay him then. You know, Get a guy like Kenyon Drake that's on a contract year and wants to get paid on a new team. I don't know.
Hell yeah. I mean, and look at Chris Carson on the other side of this game.
Sure.
He's back.
Rashad Penny and Chris Carson. Yeah. He is back.
I mean, this line is big.
Penny.
Seahawks by 9, but they're desperate. They need to keep distance, or they need to keep this, shred of a lead they have over the 49ers in the playoff spots. And I think they win this game. I think they win this game handily. Look, I like the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals will be really interesting next year. But the Seahawks are just, their back is against the wall, and they need this one. And I think with Russell Wilson, that's it. End of story.
So Cardinals have gone 14-5-1 against the spread in their past 20 road games against NFC West teams. 11-9 straight up, so not that good straight up. Seahawks are usually tough at home, but they've struggled recently, going 2-5 against the spread in their past 7 games and 5-2 straight up. So they won those games, but they kind of haven't covered. This line is too high for me. Cardinals are on a heater. I'm going to take the Cardinals to cover this. I think the Seahawks are going to win, but Cardinals covering it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Is this a spicy potato?
I think it is.
No, we're in Doritos.
Doritos.
Chiefs at Bears. Next one, Chiefs are favored by 4, which that's crazy to me. This should be 14, and I would still take the Chiefs over the Bears.
Hell yeah.
Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, scary propositions in the NFL playoffs and fantasy. I'm staying away from the Bears and everyone, even though A-Rod and Anthony Miller produced solid numbers this past week, but I don't think it's any question. The Chiefs, you're playing all of them except for the running backs. And the Bears, you're playing Allen Robinson, and that's probably it. I don't think you're playing David Montgomery, even though the matchup is so good. They're going to be down so much.
Totally agree. This is the most talented thrower of the football in the league, and the least reliable thrower of the football in the league. Squaring off. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, it is.
All effing. This is like, I can't.
Drafted in the same year, too.
And the one thing you could argue is like, oh, the Bears, they got the whole cold weather Chicago thing going. Patrick Mahomes just lit up by just chucking the ball over to Tyreek Hill. Just killed. Who did they play this past week? They played
Broncos.
In the Broncos, that's the Broncos. I for some reason I thought they played the Packers, but lit up the Broncos with Tyreek Hill in the snow. Can't doubt this guy. His arm is faster than the wind. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, easily. Spicy potato taco, light but sneaky good matchups. Raiders at Chargers. Chargers are favored by 4.5. I feel like Derek Carr is still kind of a play here, like a sneaky
I like
upside
that.
play.
After getting booed in the last game in Oakland?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What that's so trashy.
I mean, that's why they're
throwing
not
garbage on the field.
That's why they're not going to be there. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Phillip Rivers just needs to hang cleats up. I think it's time.
It's going to happen, I think. And as much as Eckler is definitely a play here, like a very good play, the Raiders, they're going to travel very well to this game.
Definitely.
They probably have 10 times the amount of fans as Charger fans in LA, so I think the Raiders win this game outright. I think this line is
nice.
I think this line is ludicrous. I agree. The Raiders have now gone to the opposite end of what we were getting excited about, so now I think they'll get back to that. It's almost like the seesaw effect here. Give me the Raiders all day.
Don't the Chargers have a worse record than the Raiders?
I think so.
I think they're 5-9.
Yeah, they suck this year.
Yeah. Are we worried about Melvin Gordon fumbling twice and getting benched for Austin Eckler?
I mean,
didn't really matter in that game last week, but
I mean, you're probably playing him, but long term, like he's not going to be on the Chargers next year. So
right,
it's going to be
they're going to run him into the ground.
It's going to be interesting to see where he goes, but I think you just have to play him if you're in the championship, and he's your flex guy, which he probably is. If you're in the championship, you're fine. You're fine then. Just plug him in.
Yeah, right. I agree. I'm going to take the Raiders as well. Next one, we got Giants at Redskins. Redskins are favored by 2.5. If Eli Manning plays this game, he'd fuse some life into that team after Danny Dimes fumbled and threw interceptions through the whole freaking season, honestly.
Yeah, the Danny Dimes hype, I hope people reconsider that. They won't, because that's how people are. People are going to assume he's a good quarterback until, it's way too late. And that's fine with me. Have fun. Have fun with Danny Dimes as your quarterback. I said a couple weeks ago, might suck. He does suck. Eli, the fact that Eli is that much better than this guy right now says it all to me. I mean, and Saquon is looking back and he's looking better.
Right.
But it's been a disappointing year for him too. I honestly don't know who wins this game. I think the Giants win this game, but like I wouldn't be. I mean Terry McLaurin. Could we talk about a guy for next year? Terry McLaurin, my guy.
Yes.
What a guy.
Love that guy. He's a beast. I think Adrian Peterson's a really solid streamer this week too. If you need if you just lost like Dalvin Cook and Adrian Peterson's out there, or you feel kind of nervous about Melvin Gordon, I wouldn't get too cute with Melvin Gordon. Like I would play him anyway, but Adrian Peterson's a solid streamer. But
love that.
Yeah, I think the Giants win this one too. I think if Eli's playing, I don't think if Danny Dimes plays, they win. I think if Eli plays, they win.
Is there a quarterback I mean, you know how I feel about Mitch, but I would take Mitch 10 times out of 10 over Danny Dimes to start a game for my team. And that's saying
Mitch?
A lot. Yes.
That is saying a lot.
Like I think Danny Dimes is the last starting quarterback I would pick. I would pick David Blau over that dude.
Ooh, wow. I mean, I don't want to start my franchise with Danny Dimes.
Yeah, no.
No, Daniel Jones. I really don't. Honestly, like everyone, the amount of love he was getting after beating the Bucks, who are the 32nd ranked team against quarterbacks, with the 2 touchdown runs that he hasn't done since. I think he has 12 fumbles this year.
I'm done calling him Danny Dimes. He has not earned a nickname.
You don't get a nickname for starting 10 games.
Daniel Jones, just like
Daniel Jones.
Mitch Trubisky, not Mitchell. Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, Daniel Jones. Let's get this straight here. I don't think there's single starting quarterback that I would rather take him over that person. I mean,
I would do the same thing.
So yes. So you know what? You've made up my mind. Redskins, thank you very much. Dwayne Haskins straight up looked pretty good this past week.
He did, finally. About time. Looked better than Daniel Jones would have.
Okay, it's time for Would You Rather. I mean, there's a couple of games we didn't talk about. There's a much better assortment, charcuterie board of games this week. The only games that didn't make it to that board were the Bengals at the Dolphins. The quest for the first pick continues. The Lions at the Broncos, which if you face those animals off, that's quite a matchup, but we're not. So
that is a good one.
Steelers at Jets, 2 very questionable city-based occupation mascot teams that have had very disappointing years. And then we have the Jaguars at the Falcons, which, I mean, if you level the playing field, that could be a fun matchup as well.
Yeah.
In terms of the animals squaring off, that is. In the NFL sense, actually,
right.
In the NFL sense, this this has the best chance out of these 4 games of being a good game as well. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get into these Would You Rathers, because the odds are, even if you're in the fantasy championship, you probably have at least one of these guys in the discussion for either your flex, maybe your quarterback or quarterback 2 if you're in a 2 QB league, and especially some defenses, which we know our whole take on after last week, so we won't go back there now. But let's start with the quarterback spot here, Scott. Quarterback, are you starting Sam Darnold against the Steelers or Ryan Fitzpatrick against the Bengals if you have to pick between the 2 this week?
Ryan Fitzpatrick versus the Bengals. They're a dumpster fire on defense.
Yep.
Sam Darnold versus the Steelers. That's a really tough matchup. Give me Fitzy.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% there. Let's keep it moving. Matt Ryan versus the Jags or Gardner Minshew against the Falcons.
Yeah, this is like a point of being don't get cute. You're still playing Matt Ryan as much of an off season as he's on an up and down season. Weird up and down season. You're not getting cute with Gardner Minshew at the Falcons. Like you're just not. Jimmy G didn't do that. He didn't like crush the Falcons last week. They're not like that much of a pushover anymore on defense. They've kind of like figured it out ever since Dan Quinn gave up play calling duties. So Matt Ryan.
Yeah, it's not week 4 anymore. It's not Minshew Mania time. This is the time to get serious about your fantasy championship here. Okay.
Don't get cute.
2 guys that have had pretty under-the-radar good years here. Running back, Joe Mixon at the Fins or Philip Lindsay against the Lions. Where are you going?
I'm going Mixon against the Fins. I think the Fins are just, again, to bring up the term, dumpster fire. And Mixon's kind of stepped it up in the past couple weeks. I think Philip Lindsay again has had a great season, but like that team's just not as good.
I think
Joe Mixon.
I think you start either one. I would probably lean Mixon as well. As much as I really like Philip Lindsay this year, I'd be fine if this is my running back 2 in flex. Even in the championship week, like you could do a lot worse than these two guys. Let's keep moving here. We got James Conner at the Jets or Le'Veon Bell against the Steelers in the revenge game here. What are you thinking?
Ooh, James Conner? Le'Veon Bell has had such an off year by his standards, and like such a bust of a 4th overall pick that I picked there.
That's why you don't pay a running back. Also, Jets. That's why you don't pay a running back.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Yep. Good point. What are you taking?
I would take Bell just because of the motivation here in this game. I think he could actually. I feel like he's had this one circled on his calendar for a while. Like we joke about revenge games all the time, but like this is an actual revenge game here. And James Conner, I just don't totally trust. So give me Bell. I don't feel great about either one, to be fair. Let's keep moving. We got another running back matchup here. We have Devontae Freeman versus the Jaguars or Lenny Fournette at the Falcons in the same game.
Lenny Fournette. Again, don't get cute. There's another statement here. You're playing Leonard Fournette, obviously, but if you had to choose like flex, if you had like 2 other guys, you're still taking Leonard Fournette. Devontae Freeman, his only good game this year was against the Panthers, who were 32nd against the running back at that time.
Yeah, he's done, by the way. We've canceled him at least twice so far this year. So
exactly.
Devontae Freeman, you're canceled. All right, let's move over to some guys that are definitely not canceled here at the wide receiver position. DJ Chark against the Falcons or Kenny Golladay at the Broncos. Who are you going with?
I'm going to take, if he plays, DJ Chark. Kenny Golladay has had such an up and down year too. At Mile High, it's probably going to snow. Broncos' pass defense is actually pretty good. Give me Chark. What do you think? Yeah,
I would go Chark. The only way I'm going Golladay there. I mean, first off, Golladay is a good choice as well. Like, again, if this is your wide receiver 2 flex, you're not in too bad of a spot. But if they talk about Chark being limited in any way, I'm going Golladay. But I do like Chark in a vacuum over Kenny.
Yeah. And he did travel with the team to Oakland. He just got ruled out like a day before. So I don't know if he was close to playing. It wasn't a game type decision, but
he's
hopefully
close.
He gets cleared.
He's close. All right.
It's close.
Now let's look at wide receiver again here. Courtland Sutton against the Lions. Courtland Sutton, a little bit of a downswing, a tiny bit. Or Tyler Boyd at the Dolphins. Who are you going with?
Courtland Sutton versus the Lions. Lions are. I can't believe I'm saying dumpster fire 3 times in the would you rather section, but whatever that is, that equates to the Lions as well. And Tyler Boyd, 3 catches. I know it was the Patriots, but like not having a great year.
Did you see his comments on Stephon Gilmore after the game? He said, "Yeah, it was a one-on-one matchup. I felt like I won most of my routes." It is what it
Tyler
is.
Boyd said that?
Dude, look it up. He said that.
Are we kidding?
Meanwhile, Stephon Gilmore had 2 picks and
Shut him down.
And one of them was a touchdown. So yeah,
he had more touchdowns than like that whole team did basically. All right. Okay.
Anyway,
okay, Tyler.
Anyway,
he's very outspoken, low key.
Yeah, like dude, come on. Give me Courtland Sutton all day though. I totally agree. Let's keep going. We have the other Jaguars wide receiver here, D.D. Westbrook, who obviously would benefit if Chark doesn't play, or James Washington at the Jets. Westbrook's playing the Falcons also.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll take James Washington. D.D. Westbrook with DJ Chark out last week was supposed to kind of like fill that void. It was really Chris Conley with the 2 touchdowns. So give me Washington.
Hell yeah, I'm with you on that, especially against our beloved Jets. All right, let's keep going. Tight end here, Mike Gesicki. I feel like this is the same 2 guys every week. Mike Gesicki against the Bengals or Noah Fant versus the Lions. Noah Fant, shout out, nice catch this past week, but also got a little banged up.
Fant, if he's playing, I'm playing Fant. I'm not playing Gesicki. I don't trust him.
Yeah, no, not at all. I totally agree. And last things last here. I would say not last but not least, but it's definitely the least here. In the defensive spot, are you going with the Broncos against the Lions? Actually pretty solid. Or are you going either the Bengals or Dolphins in that just debacle of a matchup?
Bad game. Broncos versus the Lions. David Blau. Give me the Broncos D over one of those other 2 teams. That might be low-key a shootout. Like Andy Dalton, if he figures out how to throw the ball again and not throw a pick. Like him and Fitzpatrick. That could be a fun game, like low-key.
Yeah, dude. We got the Fitz magic on one side. We got the the red rifle on the other? Sign me up.
Yeah. Not bad. All right. That's week 16 preview, a.k.a.
Championship week.
Week 3 in the playoffs preview, a.k.a. last week of the season for most leagues preview, a.k.a. the season's done after you listen to this podcast.
Wow.
2 days later, 3 days later.
Oh, wow.
AKA
Wow.
Christmas is around the corner.
That's
season.
right. Season. New Year's season. What do you guys do for New Year's?
Wait. Hanging out with you, I think.
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Also,
Hell yeah.
quick question, Scott. I remember you saying this. I hope it's not somebody else. I hope I remember this correctly. Are you a big Christmas Eve shopping guy?
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Oh.
You and your dad, right?
God.
Neil
You
and I go ham. That was the like a few years ago in Roosevelt Field Mall, where we thought there was like a shooting that happened there.
Oh, God.
There wasn't actually. We were fine. It was someone like tipping over a jewelry piece, and like it made a big thud. This was like 2013. Everyone
Tipping
like
over
left
what?
and went home, and Neil and I went right back into the mall as soon as it opened back up. We had no gifts for anyone up until then. Yeah, every year.
Wow.
We do it every year.
Is that like anti-sales? Like, don't they jack up the prices?
Oh
as
yeah,
desperation?
they're not cheap. Yeah, nothing is really cheap. Yeah, it's definitely not worth
Seems
it, but
like
it's
sort
like
of
a
an
thing we do.
inefficient way
Yeah,
to go about that.
it's not the most efficient. I'll say that. Yeah, because usually we leave at like 11 a.m. Go to the mall, go to Dick's Sporting Goods, go to Barnes and Noble. We have no plan when we get to those places too. By the way, we're just like, oh yeah, let's go to New York and Company. Okay.
One of those two places will have everything we need.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'm thinking. Too.
Something will have some. Yeah,
It's
something will
either
have
Dick's
something.
Sporting Goods or Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, the most random assortment of places. But yeah, and then we get
Wait,
back
question.
at like 5 o'clock, shower up.
What do you guys get? What do you get each other?
That's a good question. It's
Do you,
really
like, hide
difficult.
the gift.
I think my mom gets most of my stuff for me, and Neil just kind of goes along with it. But I mean, he'll be like, "Oh, you want to get like something from here?" And I'll be like, "Sure." And then I get him some coats from Macy's. I got him a watch one time when we were in Macy's as well. Nice watch. He still wears it every day.
Watch.
Yeah. So like stuff like
you know
that.
what I
he
think
knows
would
it's
be
coming.
you know what I think would be a really funny thing to do for Christmas? Instead of going and buying, you would be going and buying everyone presents, but you would just be grocery shopping. So you just go and buy a bunch of groceries and you give them to everyone as presents.
Get someone a big bushel of lettuce.
I think that'd be really funny.
Someone else a loaf of bread.
I mean, White Claw.
Bunch of bananas.
Not the worst Christmas gift.
White Claw would be a good gift. Bananas.
Like go to Trader Joe's and get the cat cookies and all that. Yeah,
that's absurd,
I think that'd be funny.
but also a fantastic idea.
It'd be funny for me.
Well, maybe Neil and I will do that this year.
You should try it. I would actually enjoy that. If someone like got me some good food for Christmas, I'd be like, yeah, I think this is fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's not the reaction you want out of giving a gift to someone. Yeah, this is fine. That's like the worst.
It's okay. It's been better. I got a bag of potatoes and 2 White Claws.
The only worst reaction is every time Frank the Tank tries to re-gift the fucking
The CD holder.
The CD holder.
Frank, we got you this last year. I'm sorry.
What is the other thing he gives? It's like a. It's not a toaster oven. It's like a blender. And he's like, it's got 3 speeds.
The bread. I thought it was a bread maker.
The bread maker. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The bread maker.
The
got
worst
3
gifts
speeds.
too, by the way. CD holder and a bread maker. Don't even bother.
Yeah. Don't get any ideas, Rob, over there.
Yeah, I won't.
Well, Merry Christmas to the you cuties out there, and hopefully we helped bring you a championship for your gift this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a great gift for us if you leave a review.
Ooh, love that.
Oh yeah.
Little holiday
Let's just
season
that,
review.
Scott.
Let's just end that on a positive note. Yeah, give us the gift of a review.
You don't want a threat
Hell
by
yeah.
Rob?
Yep. I'll find you.
We don't want. There it is. Damn it. Happy holidays. See you later.
Happy holidays. Well, see you later.
Well.